think it should be a national holiday.
What, Friday? Or the day after St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah, the day after St. Patrick's Day. I mean, Fridays as well, I do believe. I've got a running list here. I've got about 45 additional days I think the government should be looking into, but we'll get into that another day. I mean, there's some of these ones, come on. I don't want to get rid of any days we actually get as a country, but I would like to add about 40% more. That's all I'm saying.
Well, 707 already texted in and said they woke up at El Camino Hospital, so I guess they had a good night.
That's a good start.
Yeah, all right.
At least you woke up, so you're moving in the right direction. Hey, look, before we get into what we have planned for you today, and today should be a decent show before we hightail it on out of here and try to make our flight so that we can go see Dead Eyes get married this afternoon. Big thank you to, the turnout yesterday was
really great.
Surprising, I got to be honest. Middle of the day, never expect these things to necessarily go so well. And then just to realize how much we've been able to do in a very short amount of time here at Live 105. I mean, someone pointed out in the picture, they pointed out a lot of things in the picture that were incredibly insulting, and I probably feel as bad about myself as I've ever felt right now.
Oh, Kevin, don't feel bad.
As a result of the comments that have come through just in the last few days, I've got resting monster face and just all the people that commented on how great Allie, she put a picture of us last year at the exact same place on St. Patty's Day, and then this year, and in addition to the fact that there's way more people there, the knowledge about the show was overwhelming. The amount of people coming up saying, not even basic things about the show, like I listen to the show, but inside jokes, comments about Patrick's back zits and wing, all these little nuances that they listened to was truly shocking, and we were blown away. But then the comments, looking at last year to this year, and things like Allie looks amazing, and she lost all the weight, and Kevin found all the weight, and
I don't think that's true, though. By the way,
and the only thing that was lost more than Allie's weight is Kevin's hair. Apparently, it looks like I have a receding hairline, which I don't think I do. I'm very hairy. True. It's the one thing I can say about me, and it's part of my resting monster face, is the fact I'm very hairy, head to toe, covered in it. But really, just. And then, people coming up to me, listeners coming up to me asking me if they're taller than me, people coming up saying,
oh, yeah, they wanted to do height competitions.
All day. I couldn't walk more than 3 feet without someone saying, hey, come on, let's go back to back. Let's see.
I'm 5'10" and a half. Yeah. I want to see if you're taller than you.
Everyone wants to see if they're taller than me. It was just like and I was drinking. I was actually drinking to try to drink the pain away, which is the first time I've done that in my life.
You're drinking your height complex.
I drink for fun. Like a lot of people, but yesterday I think was the first time I was actually trying to drink the pain away, and then finally got out of there. But
I think that was an angle issue, though, Kevin. I don't think that you've gained any weight.
Angle issue, please.
I think it was.
That's no such thing.
I think that the way your shirt was angled, it looked like you had a big stomach for some reason.
It was disgusting. I looked like a real mess, and then on top of it, I'm dealing with, all sorts of stresses now, of course. I got the wife who's pregnant and the kid on the way, and I got to figure that whole thing out. And, this company, for the most part, treats us like garbage, so we'll see what happens there. But then another let me see if I have this to play for you. Another person approached, I think, Patrick, because he was walking around talking to people, and wanted to let him know that they also have a child that hates the sound of my voice, which now makes the tally, I think, 11 kids that we know of that cannot listen to the show because of my voice specifically.
My 1-year-old daughter absolutely hates Kevin's voice and will not listen to the radio and completely cries every time that his voice is on the station. What's the reason for that? Any idea?
And Patrick sounds hammered, by the way. You'll notice that we do Drunk Futures later in the show today.
He sounds drunkest of all.
He sounds so drunk. And Drunk Futures is so easy. He just goes up to people. He's just supposed to go up to them and give them a random date in history, like March 3rd, 2042. And then people are supposed to just drunkenly ramble about what happens. And for some reason, and we've done this before, he can't figure it out. And he just goes up to people and he goes, 25,000 is the year, go! And people are like, it's like such a crazy concept that
they're like, what?
They can't even wrap their brains around it, so they mostly just walk away.
I think that he sounds a little, how do you say, sketchy? So she's just already picked up like good social cues, I guess.
I mean, what the
Why
hell?
is he screaming?
It's loud. There's a lot of people, but still, he just didn't do the job right, and now it's just another child. I'm terrified now. I'm going to have this kid, and they're going to hate my voice, which is the only good thing about the fact I've been talking to my wife's bowels instead of the baby accidentally.
Oh, yeah. Well, any opportunity for people to be annoyed by your voice instead of mine is something I'll take.
You'll take it.
I will take it. But I also saw Patrick flirting with some Irish girls yesterday. Like, I think that he abandoned the drunk futures after a while, and he wanted his own drunk future to be happy.
Well,
there was a couple listeners that were from Ireland, very, very Irish and pretty, and he was chatting it up with them.
I think I know one. Well, I saw one woman that I could have sworn she was just really hammered, or I was. I couldn't tell because her voice was all slurry, and then I realized maybe 5 minutes into the conversation it was an accent. Because that's one of those tough ones, the Irish one.
Yeah, look at you talk.
Yeah, and I was like, what the hell's going on here? But I'm surprised, and I do want to ask him about that girl because I know she just moved to this country like a month ago, and that's
1 month.
That's a great move. That's a great move when someone is fresh off the boat, and as a result, like they don't have any other options yet because they haven't met anyone.
Totally.
So Patrick's like already looks better.
So she's like, I met a nice American man.
Did you see him? Flirting with the man with the cane?
Yes.
Because there was one point where all of a
The
sudden...
hipster guy with the big beard and the wooden cane?
All I saw was Patrick was like going into weird, dark corners with a man with a cane.
They like walked off together.
And I was just wondering, Patrick, because I didn't want to ask you yesterday, what were you doing with the man with the cane?
He was a listener, so I was chatting him up. That was it.
What does that mean, chatting him up?
We were just talking about show stuff, so...
But there was a live 105 area where we were hanging out,
right?
And then Allie and I were there, and then at some point, multiple times I want to say, I saw you going places and coming,
like
just
for
you,
privacy
you
reasons,
and this man with a cane, and I was just curious as to what was going on with the mysterious man with the cane.
Literally nothing. I'm just assuming we ended up in the same spot and then departing from the same spot later because everybody goes to get drinks. So
I noticed it on my own.
There's a leprechaun in this dark alley. I want to show it to you, Patrick.
I noticed it by myself, and then Allie pointed out about an hour later. She's like, have you noticed Patrick's been walking around a lot with this man with the cane? And I was like, who is this guy? And she goes, I don't know either.
I don't know, but you guys were getting along. You were talking for like an hour.
I don't think it was that long. There's no way we were chatting for an hour straight.
I know, it went by so fast.
Was everything...
I think I know what you're insinuating. No, nothing went on.
You think you know what we're insinuating?
How do you know what I'm insinuating? Was there chemistry?
Because we could go the cane route. That's fine. We just need to know.
All it was chatting with the listener. That's all that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Someone saying here, you sure it was a cane and it wasn't Patrick fully aroused?
Ew,
no, it was
gross.
a cane. It was definitely a cane.
No, it wouldn't look anything like a cane.
So are you friends with the guy now, or?
I mean, I'm sure we'll run into each other at the next Live 105 related event.
Yeah, did you get his digits?
No.
Why does he have a cane?
I think he got into a motorcycle wreck.
Oh.
Romantic.
I thought you were just into like this. It was weird. It was like a mystery man. It was like from an M. Night Shyamalan movie, and all of a sudden it's like Patrick and this guy with a cane just wandering around with each other.
Yeah, maybe you guys like the same obscure movies and video games.
A couple of handy capables hanging out with each other.
Isn't parking the best? Isn't that cool?
And a lot of people also pointing out yesterday, I didn't realize this until I looked at some of the photos later, but Patrick is really looking like, if you remember the original Teen Wolf movie, one of the finest cinematic achievements of all time. I'm not talking Teen Wolf 2 where he goes off to be a boxer and they changed the Teen Wolf. I'm talking the original Teen Wolf. There's that weird part where he is in between being human and wolf, and his face is very uncomfortable to look at, and he's got a weird, strange growth that's happening. People pointing out that is exactly what Useless Weirdo looks like, is Teen Wolf in transformation.
It's because of your bouffant on your head.
Yeah, and what is that thing you're doing to your hair? Are you getting your hair like puffed up or something?
I mean, I just put product in it, and then...
There's product in there?
Not right
Wow.
now.
Did the product...
Wait, there was product in it yesterday?
Did the product come out of a man who had a cane?
No.
All right, I'm just making sure. It was.
I saw from a movie that this works.
We'll get into some details. We got lots to get into today as well. We ran out of time yesterday, so we will get to much more. Let me say hi to Christian San Francisco joining us right now at 800-696-1053. Hi.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you doing today?
Oh, fine.
Excellent. Listen, I have a proposition for you, sort of.
Oh, boy.
I work at a retirement center, and I drive a shuttle van.
Love
I
it.
get off work about 9:30 in the morning, and I could steal this van and maybe drop you guys off at an airport.
Oh, and the retirement van, does that have that old person stank to it, though? It has to, right?
Yeah, it has to.
No, we can add our own old person stink to it.
Oh, good. In that case, I mean, all right, hold on. Thank you. That's a very nice offer. The guy's going to steal the old person van to take us to the airport.
A lot of people were offering us rides to the airport.
I know.
But
don't
you
think...
need to take your car.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think we're going to make this flight one way or another, and I don't want to have to be angry about. I definitely don't want to enrage or piss off a listener that was nice enough to try to give us a ride there and then blame it on them.
Yeah.
I'd rather take all the blame myself. That being said, I do like the concept of being in a stolen old person shuttle.
Yeah, I think we'll take the old person shuttle. We'll take that guy up on an offer a different time for a different reason.
Patrick, get his information. I'm very interested in the concept
we'll need that.
Of doing, like, instead of one of those party buses, we hijack one of the old people buses, and then we just cruise around and we drink in it. But there is a smell, and you all know, and I don't think it's ageism to say, there is a smell that lingers, but also it's
almost like their skin has gotten stale and smells moldy.
right. But the smell transfers onto materials that move large groups of elderly around, and you can't get rid of that smell. You could power wash, you could light a couple of candles. The smell is one of the more powerful smells. If you smell like Sarah and Vinny's studio or something, you'll know what I'm talking about. It is an old stale smell.
Mothball.
It's even worse than that, because mothball, at least you can go ahead and say that's a mothball smell. It's a smell of dying is what it is. I mean, you're smelling the beginning phases of death.
And that is the perfect making for a great party on a shuttle bus.
Yeah, okay. When you put it that way, hold on then. Maybe
Let's get the old people in there.
Maybe we'll take
have
that
some
ride.
applesauce teenies.
We got a lot to give you today. We'll start with some tickets to Steve-O. He's going to be hanging out with us today, and we'll come back with Trend after this on 11:05. Thanks, Trendosaurus. We will take a look at what's going on in the world. Lots to get into. Let me say hi quickly to Darren in Discovery Bay. Hi, Darren. What's up?
What's going on, guys? You guys giving away tickets for Steve-O?
You want to go see Steve-O? Thanks for being up early and listening to our show. Let's hook you up immediately. Say nothing else. What?
Well, I couldn't hear you.
No, I said say nothing else. Hold on. We'll give you tickets later this morning. I'm going to give you the opportunity. You know, Steve-O has spent so much of his career wowing everyone else. I mean, most recently, he did a stunt that I saw online where he did a backflip and then shot a fireball out of his mouth. It was very impressive.
Oh, my God. What? How do you even do that?
He filled a balloon or like a condom with gasoline, I believe.
Oh, my God.
And then he did a flip with a lit cigarette, and then it popped the thing, and it all blew up. It was crazy because it was in slow motion. The video got viewed millions of times. And Steve-O, at some point, one or another, has impressed everyone with something he's done. That being said, today we're going to give you the opportunity to impress him with your stunts, using your phone, of course, because we weren't allowed to bring people in here. So, listen, if you want to try to out-jackass Steve-O by doing things like putting your phone in the garbage disposal or running it over with your car or putting it in a hornet's nest, we'll give you the opportunity.
Ooh, what's going to happen?
All of those things can happen, and if you impress Steve-O, then you will score yourself sweet, sweet tickets to BFD or the Steve-O show. Maybe you want to hang out with him. All that to look forward to later as well. And a lot of drunk people yesterday out and about, and that is why Drunk History is such a popular show. But we're always about what's moving ahead, what's happening in the future, and that is why we give you our first of the drunk futures right now.
The future is going to be so f***ing whack.
All right, what do you think's gonna happen in the year 3001?
Oh, yeah, all the f***ing Irishmans is going to get their sucked by 5 lasses from Colombia.
What?
I don't know. That's one of the more coherent ones we got yesterday.
That was one of the more coherent ones?
But you like the date that
There's houses in Columbia House.
you like the fact that Useless Weirdo throws out what's going to happen in the year 3001? Like, he tries to change up his delivery.
He's so extreme about everything. Like, it's not... okay, 2075 or anything like that. It's like 3001. That's so far away.
What do you think is gonna happen in the year 3005?
Oh.
Just changed it a little bit. It's a real Barbara
That
Walters.
changes the answer.
Year 3005, people will be taking blood and alcohol through IVs while drinking beers at the same time and smoking cigarettes. It will not be outlawed.
So anyway, people are great at predicting the future when they're hammered, and drunk futures to get to during the show today. 36105 to interact with us.
408 said, I drove from San Jose yesterday just to see you guys for St. Patrick's Day, and you're just as awesome as I expected. I also found out my sister used to listen to Sarah and Vinny. Not anymore, though. One more conversion thanks to the $0 marketing campaign.
Oh, good. I thought you were going to say, not anymore, because my sister's dead. No, that's good. It's much better. She's still alive and listens to our show.
There was
Thank
a
you.
lot of people that brought family members and friends. I kind of felt bad for the family members and the friends
Yep.
that the listener was so aggressive and made them come. But it seems like it's working.
Thanks. Yeah, people, all over the place yesterday, just coming up, letting us know what they used to listen to, what they, like they didn't realize that there was even a show they could like as much as this one, and they liked the fact that we were real. And anyway, I don't know, very humbling, to be completely honest. And I know it's stupid because we're staying in a bar, and you're pretty much there for the drinks anyway, but everyone we got a chance to chat with, and many people that I guess I saw afterwards, I didn't even see that were there. Thanks for coming out. Good times. We have something coming up real soon, actually, again, where we will be hanging out with you guys, and then we're going to try to do some stuff outside of the city so that we can get back to South Bay, because we just got some great numbers from there. So we'd love to go back there and hang out again, and then we'll probably do East Bay as well, maybe at Allie's.
We should throw a house party at my mom's in San Jose.
Without her permission.
Yeah.
She would love that.
Oh my God, keg party at my mom's with listeners.
And she shows up. Allie, you and your next go to your room. We will
fine.
give away some BFD tickets coming up. We got the Weekend Shame to get to. All sorts of shaming happening all over the place. If you've got dyed hair, you've been shamed this week. We'll talk about that and much more. We return after this with Trendosaurus. Someone said we may have accidentally, in our own dumb way, stumbled into a great business plan, which is taking all them old people shuttles, which are never used past the hours of like 4:30 in the afternoon, because that's dinner and bingo time, and then using those and turning it into a late night drinking service.
Yeah, man.
It's actually, if you think about it, it's a totally untapped resource. I mean, they're there. They probably just sit there parked. We could drive them around, get people drunk in the back of them. and probably, if you think about it, the one thing that could potentially cover up the old person smell is the smell of
puke and beer.
Exactly, puke and booze, which we will be talking about plenty today when we get into March Badness. Today, it's the worst of the worst bathrooms. Yesterday, when we got a 1-star Yelp review about our show, someone also hated AT&T Park and said their bathroom situation was unacceptable. And we're thinking about, is that the worst one? Talking about airport bathrooms, where we're probably going to have to change later on today into a suit. And Allie's going to put on a dress. I will try to get as many pictures of Allie in a dress as possible for you all to enjoy. We will do all of that a little bit later. He Cray, She Cray to get into, Steve-O, Brody Stevens, and the Weekend Shame. Oh,
By the
boy.
way, I'm pretty sure that my girlfriend is having problems on her plane right now.
Oh, good.
It's already started.
Is she drunk already?
She said, I may be the one not making it. No, she's not drunk yet. I think she's still just deliriously tired, but I think it'll just be a matter of time.
Next week, we should mention, assuming we make it back, which I think that's the plan, we will have for you Fall Out Boy, AWOL Nation, Finish tickets. That is a show happening at Bill Graham Civic Auditorium. And then, of course, tickets to the San Francisco International Beer Festival, where I'm sure even more drunk futures will be taking place. So we'll do all of that. But first, let's find out what's going on in the world. He's our pal. He's Trendosaurus. And then we will start getting into the Week in Shame.
All right, so a couple days ago, Anonymous declared war on Donald Trump, and it seems just a couple of days later, they're already making good on their promise by releasing his personal information online. If you ever wanted Trump's digits, they are out there, my friends, along with his social security number, his address, phone number of people related to him and related to his campaign. A couple of the phone numbers have already been tried and confirmed to be the people associated with Trump, but Anonymous says I guess they're not planning on stopping him completely. They just want to mess with him and dismantle his brand in any way possible. No information yet has been given on Trump's bank account or the number of his hairstylist.
It's interesting about Anonymous. Did they always sound, this was the threat they gave to Trump.
This is not a warning. This is a declaration of total war. Operation Trump engaged. We are Anonymous. We are Legion. We do not forgive. We will not forget. Donald Trump, it is too late to expect us.
I did not remember.
It is too late?
Too late. I don't remember. Was Anonymous always British sounding? I always thought they were, useless weirdo, they were always British?
They always have that same bot, it seems. Yeah.
That's a bot? Is it the same bot that hits on you on Grindr, or a different bot?
A little more aggressive
bot
on this one, I think.
This one's more aggressive? I didn't realize that was their sound. But is it... Oh, hold on. Live hello?
Hello.
Oh.
Thank you for taking my call.
Well, we didn't really have a choice. You hacked into our phone system.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Please never say that.
We at Anonymous also want to give out another top-secret number.
Yeah, sure. A top-secret number from Anonymous? Go ahead.
Allie's neck measures 23 inches round.
Hey!
That's a huge neck. My God.
You would need a dragon to give her a hickey.
Okay.
Thank you, Anonymous. Hang up on
Those
Anonymous.
are my personal records, man.
Anonymous, giving even more confidential information. 23-inch neck, Allie.
What did I do wrong? Why have we declared war on my neck?
I don't know, but that is unbelievable. That is a huge number right there.
It's going down, all right? It used to be 25.
You'd need a dragon to give you a hickey. My God, that is a huge... Well, listen, a lot of people were saying very nice things yesterday about how Allie's neck did not look nearly as thick in person.
Were they saying that, really?
No one said that. No, someone said that you're a great part of the show because you have thick skin, and they go, and I'm not just talking about her neck.
No, somebody said that they pictured me to look like a total gargoyle, so that they were pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, much less gross. They said I was grosser than you were in person. So
no,
thank you.
That's
wonderful.
Not true.
Yeah, you don't. By the way, just in general with people, you don't have to insult someone. Like you can finish the sentence without throwing any insults around. You can say, "Hey, you guys were different than I expected. I'm pleasantly surprised." You don't have to go ahead and say one nice thing followed by one incredibly mean thing. We say, Allie's not nearly as gross as I thought she was, which, by the way, is mean against her. And then followed by, but Kevin, you're far grosser. Like, then you've really hadn't said one nice thing. But
you're
thank
not
you.
the troll I thought you were.
Thanks for coming out. Much appreciated.
Yeah. All right. When life gives you horrible teeth, make your own 3D printed braces. That's what I always say. A 24-year-old college student majoring in digital design, he wanted braces, and he's wanted them for a while, but instead of going to the dentist and getting poked and prodded, he did the easier thing, which is make his own set of Invisalign trays using his school's 3D printer, and it actually worked. He's been wearing them for 16 weeks, and his teeth are looking fabulous, even though his face still needs a little bit of work. But that's okay. He's well on his way to becoming a millionaire. He's already saved himself some cash by only paying $60 rather than the usual $8,000 that you would spend on braces. More importantly, he saved himself a trip to the dentist, which is always worth it. All right, San Francisco makes all kinds of money off of us. Our parking tickets alone, they're paying for things like perfectly working bridges and BART cars. But I guess that's not good enough. So say goodbye to free parking meters after 6 p.m. They are looking into extended hours for parking meters that would go into the wee hours of the night. They are apparently making up for the money that they've lost by giving us cheaper fees when we get our cars towed. So,
I got three tickets yesterday.
You did?
3 tickets yesterday.
Wait, 3?
Yeah, when I saw you, I had only had 1 ticket, which was because I put my car in the street for 20 minutes when they decided to street sweep it. And street sweeping, I got news for you. The only thing they're doing, the only reason they even have those things to go up and down the street is so that they can put tickets on cars that are still there. Because if my car was there or not there, it's not like the street sweeper went on any sort of a different path. So I got 1 for that because it happened to be the one Thursday a month or whatever that they decided to do that.
Oh, God.
At the right time.
So what were the other ones?
After we left the bar, I went to pick up my wife. And this is all because I put my plates on my car, which I don't recommend anyone does. If everyone takes your plates up, they can't track you down. And I was just sitting in a loading zone waiting to load my wife into the car. I mean, she was going to be loaded in. She's a pregnant lady.
Load your pregnant wife.
Load her right in, sitting right there. And I'm sitting in the car because my windows are so tinted. I guess the guy didn't think there was anyone in there. So lo and behold, he'd already written the ticket, comes up and just puts it on my windshield. I go, "Hey, I'm sitting right here, dude." He goes, "Oh, sorry, bro, it's already written." There was number 2. She decided last night that she wanted to eat pizza. And by the way, there's a great new game right now on our Twitter. If you haven't been there yet, it is it a delicious pizza crust or a horrible skin condition? You go ahead, check it out, make your vote. You could win a prize for playing.
Oh, I like animals compared to foods better.
And I got a third one last night when I went in to pick up the pizza. So there was three different ones.
Well, what did you park with when you got the pizza? Don't you learn from these things?
That one was a meter that apparently I was supposed to be still feeding, even though I thought it was after 6 o'clock. But apparently, maybe that's already started.
Maybe it's already started. It's funny because they've asked
3 tickets yesterday.
That's ridiculous. They've like news reporters are asking all these Bay Area drivers, like, "What do you think about the meters extending?" And everyone says what you think they're going to say. We hate that. No, I don't want that to happen. That sounds awful. I mean, there's already by AT&T Park and stuff. There's already meters that go to 10 p.m. or whatever, but. I mean, then you have to, go feed your meter at 10 p.m. and then your car's already broken into because it's nighttime. And
right. Yeah, at least if someone's going to break into your car, which is going to happen inevitably, like at least pull out some change and throw it in the meter for us.
Yeah.
And then take
help us out.
And then take my iPad. Thanks. All right, we return in a moment. And the good news is that people have been shamed all over this week. We'll break it down after this. The Weekend Shame is on deck.
Shame.
All right. Love that
Shame.
sweet noise. Oh,
Shame.
you made it through another week. Maybe you were not properly shamed. We can go ahead and change that for you right now. Give you some BFD tickets at some point in the very near future. Steve-O coming by today, and you have an opportunity to do your best phone stunt. And if you impress Steve-O, then you get yourself some tickets to something we got. And He Cray, She Cray coming up a little bit later this morning. Plus the return of the Bay Area's favorite, the Recycle Game is back.
Yay.
What do you do? Whatever you do, you'll get a judgmental stare regardless.
415 said, I had a meter maid cancel a ticket on me, so the sorry bro, it's already written defense is BS.
How do you get them to do that? They claim. I mean, this is their. I don't buy into
Yeah,
it
but
either.
cops do that too. They say, oh no, I've already started writing the ticket, but I think you can. It's a piece of paper.
Right. I think if you're handwriting, it's a different story, though. See, the way that it was explained to me yesterday and many, many, many times in the past is that once they start entering the information into whatever their machine is, that their little
That it's already registered?
Some evil Palm Pilot they carry around with them to give tickets out of it. Yeah, it's already registered. Now, I trust me when I say I don't
It runs on the souls of children.
Yeah, I don't really buy.
Children.
I don't really buy into it either. Like, I'm pretty sure they could cancel because what if the guy made a mistake?
Yeah.
Or what if
he made a mistake?
Yeah, I mean, there's a million. But their whole issue is they're like, yeah, okay, well, you got to take it up with someone else because they just know more often than not you're not going to take it up with anyone else.
Yeah, but they're probably trained to do that. You know,
course,
they're just trained to be like, no, you already wrote
people.
it, so just do it.
Meanwhile, the Twitter game, is it a horrible skin condition or a delicious-looking pizza crust, is doing very well right now, and people are overwhelmingly pretty sure that is pizza they're looking at, but I think you should look closer.
510 said, I haven't been on Twitter in over a year, but you brought me back, and now you have one more follower.
Hey,
so
we'll
thank
take you. Welcome back to
I don't know if
Twitter.
that's black_ass, but if it is,
oh man, we missed
welcome.
you. We missed you, black_ass. I'm glad you're still doing well. Let's get into the week of shame. There's a lot of shaming that's going on, and then if you want to get involved in the show today, 36105 to text. I know a lot of people already recommending worst of the worst bathrooms. We'll break those down a little bit later in March Badness. And for everyone who got themselves a team yesterday when we filled out our super bracket, some huge upsets. Of course, early March Madness action. People, I remember talking to the guy that we gave Yale to and saying
we were talking so much crap about Yale.
We said to the guy, I feel bad for you, bro. You're not going to be in this bracket for long. And lo and behold, one of the many guys who is very happy today with how the bracket is shaping out in the super bracket. Who is that got Yale yesterday, Patrick?
Her name was Rochelle.
Rochelle, congratulations.
I bet she's happy.
Sure, she's still
Didn't
not
they
aware.
say it's the first time in history that's ever happened?
Probably. Well, I don't know. It's the first time. What is it? 15 seed?
12th seed.
12th seed. That's not the first time a 12 seed's won, but
no, but I think Yale specifically.
Oh, perhaps. Yes, absolutely true. Someone made an interesting point on Twitter yesterday. I forget who it was. I'd love to give them credit, but they said the lower the seed you are, the shaggier your white guy is on your team. There's always like one really white guy that looks like a real pothead is covered in shags. Let's break it down. The week in shame begins right now.
Shame.
Welcome to the world of drought shaming. And slut shaming companies is not the job of the U.S. government.
Critics calling you a bully
Shame.
and a fat shamer.
Shame. Shame.
Wherever shall we begin?
Shame.
Well, we got relationship shaming that's been happening. We got some dog do shaming. That's a big one. And then there's dyed hair shaming or waitress shaming. Oftentimes on the show, we will share with you the racist receipts that waiters and servers will actually accidentally give to their customers, where they write things like dumb gay couple or,
I don't think I heard about that.
interracial disgrace. And they're like, I just
You've been
want
looking at my receipts.
But this one is interesting because this one was reversed, and this was the client or the diners that were shaming their waitress because they didn't like the way she looked. And as a result, I don't think she got herself a tip. It's your first week in shame story.
At first, I felt really upset. I felt like attacked. I almost felt like I was in middle school all over again, like being bullied. I felt like a burning anger inside of me.
Those were the immediate thoughts after Taylor Beck saw this written in place of her usual tip. Tips are only for normal-looking people.
What? Whoa!
Man. Now, whose rule is that? Tips are only for normal-looking people?
I mean, that's not how America functions.
I have a feeling these are the type of people that will never leave a tip, but always write a different reason as to why.
Yeah.
Like, tips are only for bald people. And then it's going to go to the next. They just got to go ahead and find.
Tips are only for people with hair.
Tips are only for normal-looking people.
Wow.
Unbelievable. And by the way, I'm looking at this waitress. She's got dyed pink hair.
That's it.
And other than that, she's kind of normal looking. Like, she doesn't have a horn. She's a lot of things.
She had a horn, I would give her a huge tip.
She's not a cyclops. Like, there's a lot of things I could be like, I can understand what they're talking about here, but she's not that. Yeah, what the hell is normal anymore?
Didn't act on it because it's not worth it when someone puts hate out there, to respond in a hateful way will do no good.
The woman who describes herself as an individual and weird was stiffed out of the money that people in the service industry rely on.
I mean, I can't pay my bills if people don't tip me. That's how I make a living.
Orchestrate hospitality.
How's she going to pay for
then it looks so weird.
How's she going to pay for her weird voodoo sculptures now without tip money?
The parent company of Zombie Burger is standing behind their employee.
I mean, she's working at a place called Zombie
Burger.
What do you want? You get someone to come up to you with stain-free, water-resistant khakis? Tucked in boring shirt and serve you a zombie burger?
You're not at a 4-star restaurant.
Releasing a statement that reads in part, "We believe that Zombie Burger is a place that celebrates individuality. We are in 100% support of our staff, and we're confident that our customers will be as well.
We support the freaks that work here."
P.S.
Well, this is, I don't understand. As I said, I don't think these are the people that were going to tip regardless, so they look for the reason why they wouldn't, but this woman is more attractive than many of the women I've dated. And she's being described as...
And I'm sure many of the other employees at Zombie Burger.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure she's the hot one.
She probably is, to be completely honest. And not getting a tip now because she got pink hair.
She is an example of a great team member, and we are standing by her.
It's the way that I can express myself artistically, and it's really important to me that I'm allowed to do that. And it's okay if people don't understand it because it's just who I am.
Taylor says that she'll keep flaunting the style that reflects her personality. And as for the customer who wrote the note, Taylor has a few words of her own.
I would definitely tell them to not judge someone based on...
It's too bad. I thought she was going to go, what if she attacked them physically, too? She's like, listen, you dumb redhead.
What they look like. I mean, I may look like a weirdo, but I'm actually a very nice, decent person.
Why don't you get those moles lasered off?
Shame to her.
It's funny that her way of creative expression is just dyeing her hair. It's not very creative.
No.
She's like, that's my way to express myself.
I mean, she's
really, that's it?
She's artistic. I guess in parts of the country she would stand out. Here, you wouldn't even look twice at her.
Exactly.
Walk around here, she would make no impact at all. She would come out here and she'd be like, man, I got to step it up. But I guess at the Zombie Burger that she was working at, she was
like
shamed, passenger shamed, or waiter shamed. Moving on to This Week in Shame. This is a guy that I guess found out his lady was cheating on him.
Oh, this actually isn't the only cheat shame, because there was another one where this girl found out that her boyfriend was cheating, and she put up lost dog posters all over the city.
Yes.
And was like, wanted, lost dog. The breed is a cheating psychopathic mutt, and he likes licking people's butts, and
which,
he's
by
last
the way,
seen humping blah blah blah.
If this were he cray she cray, she's the crazy one for doing that, because who wants to go ahead and make flyers and hang them up around the neighborhood?
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
She's really the crazy one, and he just cheated, and I don't blame him. But here's a guy that found out his lady was cheating, and so he decided to it was also her birthday, and he decided to do a very special happy birthday rendition.
Okay, a little bit further. Okay. Happy birthday to you.
Am I supposed to let my...
Yeah, you can look now. Happy birthday to you.
He's got all of her stuff packed up because he's about to throw her out because he found out she was
all
cheating.
All of her clothes are just displayed.
I guess this is girlfriend shaming.
Happy birthday, dear Bianca. Happy birthday to you. Hey, babe.
Are you packing my...
Yeah.
Why?
Because I busted you cheating on me.
He seemed very calm about that.
Yeah, he did.
So
yes, you cheated. So
he shamed her
now.
And packed her stuff and to get the hell out.
Well, it was a nice birthday present that he packed her stuff up for her.
I would almost end any relationship I've ever been in if someone would pack for me.
Right?
I was packing to go to Dead Eyes'
nice
wedding.
Guy.
I'm only going to be at Dead Eyes' wedding for 24 hours. I packed a suit, shoes, a belt. I was like, wow. I got this is ridiculous. Too much stuff. I want to get out. I almost tried to break up with my wife so she would pack me. That's all I was thinking about. Here is your final shaming of the week in shame, and it is dog poop shaming, which if you live anywhere in the Bay Area, you have come in contact with.
It was such a beautiful afternoon that I thought we'd take my dog Blue for a walk.
Let's play a game of what's wrong with this picture.
Let's play a game. Who is the worst news reporter at the station?
I win.
Enjoy the open space and the sculptures. And it's quiet.
It's easy to see all the stunning art in the grass outside the Arvada Center, but what's with all that orange?
And I was appalled, I have to admit. I was appalled by that.
You have to look closer to see what the city of Arvada is doing for dog walkers to get the picture.
They decided a picture is worth 1,000 words. Let's put up a little orange stake.
A little bit of orange for every little bit of brown.
That's our new motto for the show. I'm going to steal that one. Put it on our signs. So that's their plan now, is to let everyone, to shame all the people that do not pick up the dog do.
Yeah, by putting an orange steak in the grass.
Great dog do shaming scene in Billions this season where Giamatti makes the guy who doesn't have any bags pick it up with his bare hands.
Oh, really?
And I think that if a few people, like, you know how my theory on elevators has always been, not every elevator should open when you hold it for someone. Like 1 out of every 100 should just shut and keep people's arms stuck in there, because that's going to go ahead and make you really decide if it's someone worth holding the door for. I feel the same thing about the dog do stuff. Even I have had to go into my wallet and use a $1 bill, use money before to pick it up. Because
I would use a leaf off of the street before I use money.
Sometimes I try to do the leaf, but you can't find anything around, and you can tell there's people that are staring at you. And especially sometimes you think you know your dog. People's dogs are on a routine, and every once in a while my dog will drop one. I'll use the bag, take care of it.
Oh, like an extra one that you didn't know about.
Yeah, all of a sudden another one, two blocks later, I'm like, what are you doing? You just did this. What the hell's going on?
I don't have any more bags. I can't plan for this.
And then if you got, and if no one's around, then you can go ahead and do the move and just be like, oh God, I hope this doesn't come back and bite me in the ass.
I know, but you feel bad. And but have you ever been reverse shamed? I've been shamed by dog walkers when my dog that I was walking was peeing and not pooping, and they're like, "You gonna pick that up?"
Yeah, of course.
And I'm like, they didn't do anything, and then I feel like I have to prove it. I'm like, look, there's nothing there. Just leave me alone.
Flags and all.
Somebody mentioned it was because of people leaving dog waste in that area.
The sign says it all.
It's gross. It's bad for the environment. It's just not being a good neighbor.
City workers decided this week to stop picking up what others leave behind in order to make a point.
And that's exactly.
So if the city workers are picking it up, I understand. People were probably like, oh, this is a great city. Good
this
service.
Is great. Look how clean everything is.
Leave this right here. A little Houdini action. Just drop it and then it'll be gone.
I think that comforts people, because people like you, the accident, you have to leave it there. You're like, the city cleans it up.
That's nice.
Exactly what they've done, and I think it just tells the story better than any words could do.
They hope dog walkers will take advantage of what's already there for them.
You have 600 orange flags.
Wow.
That is a lot.
Right next to a trash can.
Now, I personally carry a dog baggie with me all the time, wherever I walk with him.
I carry a dog baggie with me.
Yes, I have time for an interview. Sure. This lady has nothing but time.
I guess my quilt that I'm making can wait a little longer.
You can spell it forwards or backwards, but they hope the word gets out. Get the brown off the green.
Get the brown off the green. That is they've got a lot of color slogans there. So you've been shamed as well, people that leave your crap on the streets.
Shame.
The Week in Shame is brought to you by...
Shame.
The Week in Shane.
We actually don't have the Week in Tom Shane. That's right. We will return in a moment. Brody Stevens has just arrived, so he'll be in here to hang with us. You know Brody from... The hell do you know Brody from?
Know Brody.
That's a good question. No, I know Brody. I go back with Brody a long time, but I'm trying to think what people would know him from.
Well,
I guess he was in the Hangover movies. That's important, right?
Yeah.
He was cut out of Funny People. He likes to talk about that.
He was cut out of Funny People?
He shot a scene. And then and he had his own show on HBO. That's how people probably know.
That would be our second Hangover cast member then in the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I know. We're really doing great with movies that were big 5 years ago. We will be back in a moment with Brody, and then we will start giving away stuff. If you want tickets to Great America, get on the phones now, 800-696-1053. No, you're right, Allie. That's exactly what happened.
No, he didn't.
Yes.
Emotional breakdown.
Over what?
You went.
I don't know. You tell me.
You went crazy, Brody.
I didn't go crazy.
Don't lie. Brody Stevens is with us now in studio. He is going to be at Rooster Teeth Feathers telling jokes this weekend. He rarely travels on the road because he doesn't sell a lot of tickets. So when he's in town...
Why would you say that, Kevin? That's negative energy.
Is that accurate or not
I have a
accurate?
pleasure. I'm...
What's wrong with you?
Okay, now I got my headphones
You're
on.
already having another breakdown.
First of all...
You seem like you seem like you have good energy.
Shout. The chair fell. The chair. Why do you have the lever right next to where my feet go?
How are you making it go down?
Okay.
You had 3 minutes in here to get yourself situated before we went on the air.
Well, you didn't tell me. Hi, everybody. Brody Stevens.
Brody Stevens, a good guy. People like him a lot. I think he's one of those comedians that regular audiences don't understand, but other comedians really enjoy him because they like to laugh at him. I don't want to say fail, but they like to laugh at you try things that don't necessarily work.
Well, you know what? I do get laughs, and I do have jokes. I have basic jokes that I can get regular. I play the Comedy Store, which is tons of tourists, tons of people who don't know me. But because I'm confident, knowing I have jokes, knowing that I can get them on my side with a twinkle in my eye, then I go into my world of crowd work, ranting, improv. Okay, back to a joke, da-da-da-da, boom, boom, boom. And I'm getting spots more than...
I was trying to explain. I'm going to cut you off because you're getting boring, but I was trying to.
But see, that's negative energy, Kevin. I'm positive energy.
I know, but I was explaining to Allie. I was trying to best explain you, and I couldn't because I said, she goes, "Is he funny?" And I said, "Well, he's." I find him very funny, but I remember.
Well, how could he not be? You just explained your whole routine.
yeah. He goes, joke, crowd work,
ranting,
joke.
ranting, joke, back to joke.
Pictures with the audience.
Buy your tickets, everyone.
Well, that's also Hangover 1, Hangover 2, Due Date, Chelsea Lately, my own show, Enjoy It on Comedy Central, Kroll, Tosh, Craig Kilborn's show. I
see your resume right here. Yep, they're all listed.
But when I'm getting shots at, like, you're not funny, you're not doing this, I go, well, I am doing this.
Did you just get cast in a brand new show shooting in Miami, Florida? True or false?
That's true. I just booked a movie.
A big movie, or is it one of those independent ones that no one will ever hear about?
Again, negative energy.
I'm being serious.
Lifetime is legitimate movie business, all right?
What is the movie?
Let me ask you another question.
Yes.
I also coach first base for the Chicago Cubs.
That's true.
That's not a question.
But again...
Allie's right. That's not a question. That's a statement. And once again, it's back to your resume.
Question, I also did this.
But in this day and age, if that's why they have credits. If somebody doesn't know you, they go, he's from this, he's from that. He did Chelsea. He created Ridiculousness. He created the vibe at Best Damn Sports Show. He's a good guy. He went to Arizona State.
You created the MTV show Ridiculousness? That was you?
I bring the vibe, and Rob Dyrdek plays off me. If you see Rob up there...
What?
Wait, hold on. Wait,
then that's not creating it.
I feel, those are the words I use.
but when it says the show at the credits, created by, does it say Brody Stevens?
Well, I create the energy.
Okay.
And the same thing at Chelsea Lately.
Right.
I was there before Kevin Hart. I was there before Whitney. I was there before Bobby Lee. I knew all these people before they had homes. T.J. Miller.
So you created Chelsea Lately also.
Created the energy, yes,
Let me
I
ask
did.
you a question. When you had your breakdown...
I didn't have a breakdown.
Or whatever it was. You weren't taking your medicines correctly, and you kind of had, and everyone freaked out. And Zach Galifianakis, who's like one of your longest best friends... Are you still friends, or did he move on?
What's that?
Are you guys still close, or...
No, we're friends. He texted me last month.
Okay.
Zach,
you guys are tight.
Before Zach Galifianakis was a household name, he and Brody were very tight. And then Zach Galifianakis gets in the Hangover and blows up. And overnight, because it seems like an overnight superstar. What at my old radio show I used to do, Brody would come on. He would always say, "I'm going to bring this funny guy in. His name is Zach Galifianakis." I said, "Never heard of him. Not interested." I passed on him probably 10 times.
Negative energy. Yeah,
I
negative energy, Kevin.
I said, I can't even say the guy's name. Why do I want to have him on the show? I could just picture me sitting there going, Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah, and then you being like, "This isn't worth it."
So I said, I'm not interested. And then, of course, 2 weeks later, The Hangover comes out, whatever. The guy blows up, a big star. He's got a funny show on FX now. And I just wasn't sure if you guys were still as tight as you used to be or not.
We're tight. I'm busy doing, Zach lives over in the beach community.
You're too busy for him.
Well, you know what? I'm in the Valley. I do a lot of audience warm-up, or I was. I helped also create At Midnight. I did.
What the hell?
The energy.
You can't even answer a question without talking about your credits.
But I have to establish when this guy's going, well, he doesn't sell out. He doesn't do this. He's not funny. I go, well, I was in this movie. Somebody thought I was funny enough to be in that movie.
I know, but are you friends with Zach Galifianakis?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Could you call him right now? Would he answer?
He might.
Do you want to call him right now?
Maybe, but probably not.
You don't have to do it through our phones, but call on your cell phone and just put on speaker and see if he answers.
Or just text him, even.
I might do that. Okay.
No, but I want to say, our audience could bet on it, and then they could win prizes. They could win tickets to see you at Rooster T. Feathers for shows this weekend.
So you want me to call him right now?
Yeah, call him.
All right, I'm going to call him right now.
Because we don't get a lot of big stars on the show, but you know big stars.
I know that.
Don't you have Bradley Cooper's number in your phone as well?
Yeah.
Really?
You want to call Bradley Cooper, you could do that.
Yeah,
I did. Didn't I call Bradley Cooper and he was in Berlin and he picked up?
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah,
yes.
I made him call Bradley Cooper one time. I didn't think he'd answer. I was like, no chance he's answering. And he answered. He was like, Brody, good to talk to you, buddy.
No
I was shocked. But Zach Galifianakis could, it's early. The guy's got a busy schedule. But put it on speaker.
Here it is.
All right. You want to bet? Hold on. I want to.
And if the number goes out. He might not pick up.
There's no way he's answering.
Zach, it's Brody.
That's not how this works.
Hello? Wait. Zach.
Yes.
Zach, stay calm. I'm on a. I'm on. Say you can. Don't hang up. I'm on a radio. Are you there? He hung up. Okay. Zach hung up.
He was still talking. Why did you do that? He was still talking.
He was?
That's the biggest star we've had on the show. Zach Galifianakis.
Wow.
Said hi and what? And
we got to interview Zach Galifianakis.
Unbelievable. What a show.
Did you hear one of the words?
Delete the tweet that said Brody Stevens was going to be on it. Put one up that says Zach Galifianakis.
Why did he hang up? I said he was trying to be funny, I guarantee you. And he might say, don't do that.
I feel like we can Photoshop Brody
He might
to look
not.
like
I
Zach
shouldn't have done
Galifianakis
that. I shouldn't have done that.
Why?
I apologize.
Did that mess up your relationship with him?
I don't know. Maybe. Why did you make me do that?
It's good for the show. It's good for the show. And you're a team player.
Good energy.
You're a good guy. Brody, I'm thrilled you're here with us because, first of all, I missed the hell out of you. You're one of my absolute favorites. You know that, right?
Yeah, now I'm thinking about my relationship with Zach. I'm not going to be at Hangover 5.
I'll be the new Zach. But when I know you're a big fan of sports, you know a lot of professional teams will ask Brody to come out and speak to them, like to warm them up for a new season of baseball. Allie and I, after the show today, are going to Phoenix because we got to go to a wedding. But then tomorrow, are you going to the preseason?
I'm going to go to spring training.
So the spring training game's going on. You just got back from. You just got back, right?
I just got back from spring training. It was my second trip out there. I hang out with the Cubs. My friend's a coach, so I go there. I suited up 3 times for the Cubs. Sat in the dugout. Joe Madden, the manager, let me sit in the dugout. I caught the first pitches, so I was in uniform.
And you were able to catch them?
Yeah, I played baseball at Arizona State.
You're you're kind of like a full-grown Make-A-Wish kid.
Yeah, except I think
Except you're not dead yet.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm healthy.
Well, when we get back, we're about to break down the brackets for March Madness. Today, we'll be trying to figure out who has the worst bathroom.
On where?
On planet Earth.
The worst bathroom?
The worst bathroom.
You mean the dirtiest or
Yeah, like
worst?
Is it airport bathroom? Is it gas station bathroom?
Oh, okay.
We've got the bracket here, and you're going to help us break this down. We will return in a moment, and we will unveil this. And let's give you some music right now because people seem to like that these days. Brody Stevens is with us now on Twitter at Brody is me friend. You can find him there, and at Rooster T. Feathers, telling jokes and telling you about his resume all weekend. Brody, are you okay?
But I'm only... Here's the deal.
Yeah. The music's going to start in 4 seconds.
No, but when people say, you're not this, you're not that, I have to do that. I don't want...
Oh, March Madness is back. Oh, can't wait to break it down in a moment. The worst of the worst bathrooms. Brody Stevens is with us now. He's traveled a lot. He knows some of these bathrooms.
Oh, yeah.
Travels by train. In fact, you think Rooster T. Feathers would have flown you up here, but no, you drove.
I said I want to drive. I took the 101, the coast. We went through Salinas. We drove by the Hearst Castle. I used a restroom in Carl's Jr. And yeah, it was bad. Carl's, that one had an explosion or something was in there, and the employee was cleaning. You have to think like your fast food worker. They got to clean the bathrooms.
I know.
That's a hard gig, and that's what you get for $15 an hour.
Blood Brother 722 wanted to let us know on Twitter. Thank you to Brody is me friend for creating Kevin Klein Live as well. I didn't realize you created this show too, so thank you for that. And let's see, lots of fans of yours. People saying that you're being very fun. Other people don't like you at all. Sleepyfield, maybe for your next interview, you can just read resume section of Craigslist. Might be more interesting.
But you know what, Sleepyfield? When I get attacked, that's what I do. And when you see shows, when you go to a show and you see a comedian, what do they have on the poster? From this, from that, from this, from that, from this. And when you see a movie come out, this is the great. So I'm protecting myself in a defensive mode. I don't walk into Starbucks and go, yes, I'll take a venti espresso. And I was in Hangover too. I don't do that. But if they give me attitude, I go, don't give me attitude. I'm a good guy.
Why would they give you attitude?
Because people do.
Venti espresso? Oh, who are you to be asking for that? Well, 831 has your back. They say don't let them bully you, Brody.
There you go. Kevin's trying to do it. I fight back.
I'm not. I thought this is playful teasing.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fine.
Is Zach okay?
I don't know.
You were texting Zach during that whole song. I didn't want to ruin the relationship you have with the Zach Galifianakis.
Said, sorry about that, Zach. I was pressured. Radio show in San Francisco, promoting show. So that relationship's over.
Did he respond?
No.
That's your most famous friend.
So I'm out.
He's out.
I'm out.
But a lot of athletes like you. Do you have any Bay Area athletes you're friends with?
Pitcher on the Giants, George Contos. Is that his name?
Your buddies?
Well, he was at one of my shows. And I know guys probably on the A's. I know the owner over there, Lou Wolf. I know Stephen Vogt, the catcher. He's a funny guy. He would come to, when I was audience warm-up at Best Damn Sports Show, he was a college player at Azusa Pacific. But now he's on the A's, All-Star. There's other guys as well.
Before we get into the worst of the worst, we got the top 8 seeds of the worst bathrooms. And this has been picked by a lot of people. You said you have a surprise for us.
I do have a surprise. And it's not regarding bathrooms.
Oh.
I have a friend with me. I brought in a friend.
Yes.
And I think
you have a friend?
I have a friend, actually. I met him on LinkedIn. And we're going to go check out the Google campus and borrow a bike and ride it around. I think what you're going to see here in the next, I don't know, maybe when Steve-O gets here. I've met Steve-O before. I don't think he'll remember me. But I'm going to say there's going to be a moment that takes place in this area fairly soon, and you're going to be surprised by it. That's my opinion.
What?
Just trust me.
So cryptic.
Steve-O's doing a big stunt.
I can't. I'm not. You know what? I don't know if it's that, but you will see something.
Does it have to do with your friend? Does your friend in on it?
Maybe.
Oh.
Wow.
Maybe.
That's going to happen on our show when Steve-O's here?
I think there'll be a moment. I think you should have a moment. Is my friend here? He might be able to share something that will tease a possibility of what may happen on this very radio show.
Hold on. Put on that mic.
Where is he at?
And he's in that room. What's going on? Talking to that mic right there? Hi. Give him headphones. Come on. What kind of operation are we running over here? He can't hear me when I speak.
It's going to take 10 minutes to get headphones.
Oh, you hear me? Oh, good. Can you say anything more, or are we just going to go with Brody's cryptic message?
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Welcome. You're on the show at Rooster Teeth Feathers as well?
I'm doing 7 minutes.
Okay. Brody, 7 minutes. You gave up a full 7 minutes?
I gave him 7 minutes.
What can you even do in 7 minutes?
I did my best.
It took Brody 7 minutes to get his chair straight in the studio already. All right.
That's what you get on LinkedIn.
All right. What can we? I know because you're buddies with Steve-O as well, right?
No, he doesn't know. Wait, no, you're not. You don't know that.
Oh.
When did it? Hold on.
Are you buddies with Steve-O?
Steven, don't answer that question. Kevin, when did I say he's friends with Steve-O?
I thought you just said I got a buddy who's going to be involved in doing something with Steve-O.
That doesn't mean he's friends with him.
Complete strangers?
Assume that it is.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead, Stephen.
I don't know what to say now. I'm nervous.
Why are you?
Just
That's
speak
negative.
from the heart.
Why are you nervous? You're on a radio show. You're a comedian, right? You did 7 minutes last night at Rooster Teeth Feathers.
I swore too much, you said last night.
No, I didn't say you swore too much. I said you don't need to use those words. I didn't say too much. You just don't need them. Go ahead, Steve.
Okay. What am I going to say, Brody?
You're going to say, no, you're not going to tell him the truth, but are you excited what may be happening in the next 20 minutes?
Yeah, my heart is open to love. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I think something's going on with him and Steve. Steve-O's going to be doing something gay, I think.
Do you have
cool.
I bet. That's what I think.
Steven.
Yes.
I'm working with this kid.
Well,
All right.
I can't see you right now, Brody.
It doesn't matter. You're on the radio. You're not supposed to see anybody.
You're supposed to listen with your ears.
Steven, real quick. Steve-O's going to be here. Is there going to be a moment that may be exciting for people to watch, yourself included? Will you say that?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's bring some energy.
All right.
You're on a radio show. Let's create moments.
All right. I don't know what the hell's about to happen here, but in 20 minutes, something crazy is going to happen. Right now, though.
Can you do this one thing?
Yes.
When Steve-O arrives and he walks in this room, can I have my friend in here as a surprise?
If it's part of the surprise.
I would like, as Steve-O does a lot of pranks. Mm-hmm. I would like to prank Steve-O.
Sure, fine. I don't care.
So, can we? What
is the prank? Hi, I'm here.
That sounds like some prank. Do you know what prank means, Brody? Or no?
Is that what a prank is? Like a surprise?
I believe you're looking for the word greeting. What's a greeting?
Hello.
Okay, a surprise greeting.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
So when Steve-O,
that'll be fun for the audience.
So Steven, oh, here we go. When Steve-O gets here, can Steven be hidden in the room and say hello?
Sure.
Okay.
We can make that happen.
Steven, if you see Steve-O, run.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad we spent 20 minutes on that.
People have a lot of questions on the text line, including, who is Brody Stevens?
Well, they better do some research. Type it in. Things pop up. I was on Chelsea lately.
All right. Don't get us started again. You get in the vicious cycle.
Well, these guys are taking shots.
All right, the number 1 seed in the worst of the worst bathroom bracket. Number 1 seed. Stadium bathroom. That's the Northeast region right now. Any stadium, doesn't matter. A lot of times troughs still exist. It's 2016. We've got great technology. You get a car pick you up on your phone. But troughs still exist at many stadiums around the country. You know this better than anyone.
Don't have a problem with troughs.
Why? I feel like you're just peeing on each other.
You are. You absolutely. It is a circle jerk with urine.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
and you don't have a problem.
I have a wide stance, so I'm kind of I protect myself, but I don't have a problem with that. In fact, I had a bowel movement at the old Yankee Stadium, so I'm comfortable.
Okay. Can't believe we didn't see that in the ESPN Classic.
In the trough or in the...
in the urinal.
No wonder no one stands at the trough with him. He's doing the wrong thing. Battling the stadium bathroom, worst of the worst. March Madness is the number 4 seed. I would have thought it would have been higher. Is the gas station bathroom at number 4.
Yeah, that's
number
a bad
4.
one.
The gas station bathroom is really the worst thing about it, I think, is touching that disgusting key attached to the hubcap that they give you when you get there. That's almost grosser than what waits for you in there. But those rooms are truly the worst. But they know they've got you. They know that if you're there, it is a last
Well,
possible
my
case
least
scenario.
favorite thing about gas station bathroom is the faulty pink soap. Because that is not even soap. And so you're already in a situation where there are an insane amount of germs, and then you're not able to clean yourself. That pink soap isn't doing you any favors. It's doing nothing.
I go in, I'll use a gas station restroom for number 1, and I'll definitely I don't touch handles. The big carrying the thing, it like hurts my wrist. Have you tried to like turn a handle?
Yes.
With a 5-pound piece of wood weighing you down? I sprained my wrist. I'm gonna sue 76.
They're a sponsor of ours, so you better.
Oh, they are. Okay, I'll sue Mobile.
Also a sponsor.
I'll sue.
That's okay. Moving on to the Southeast region.
What's another gas station?
The number 2 seed. Festival Porta Potty is a number 2 seed in the worst of the worst bathroom bracket. Festival Porta Potties are, even if you're the first one there of the day, they already have layer upon layer of filth in there.
Well, like we were talking about how old people smell us constantly in those trucks, I think that the poop and crap and horrible smells in a porta potty will never go away, no matter how clean they are.
And the nice thing about a festival is you can do drugs pretty much anywhere. You don't have to go to the porta potty to do drugs, but sometimes you still choose to go in there. And if your drug involves sniffing, it's the worst possible place because you get, in addition to cocaine, you get fecal and other horrible things that are far worse for you, I believe, than cocaine.
I'll urinate in a porta potty. I don't think I've done a number 2, but I will urinate, and I'm okay with that.
Okay, good.
The next seed that is battling the festival porta potty is the unisex single bathroom, and this could be at a restaurant. This could be anywhere. There's one bathroom. It is for both man, woman, and handicap alike, and whatever you do in there, you know that there's someone else, perhaps the opposite sex, perhaps that you're attracted to, who's waiting to go in right after you, and you are forced. That is your only option.
That is awkward.
Horrible going in, horrible coming out.
And I think it's worse because I think unisex bathrooms often have family changing tables and stuff, and then you've got the whole baby diaper scenario as well. So there's all kinds of new smells in those bathrooms.
And awkwardness, too. Brody?
I don't have a problem with the family bathroom. Again...
it doesn't seem like you have a problem with much.
Well, I would use... Okay, first of all, a family bathroom there, so I'm thinking a restaurant, a ma and pa restaurant. So they're usually actually pretty clean. If a girl's using it, other than... They're pretty clean. So if somebody's waiting for you, that's always weird when you have to go... Sometimes I'll say, don't go in for about 2 minutes. I lit a match.
God.
Give them a warning. We return in a moment, and we will give you the West region of the March Madness bracket. Worst of the worst bathrooms. Take your votes.
I have 2 on. I'm thinking about 2 right now.
I'm sure you are. Brody Stevens is out. Steve-O is in. I think that's called an upgrade in the business. Steve-O's in town for, a lot of things to celebrate. But of course, you're special on Showtime. That's a big deal. And that is going to premiere tonight. You're really proud of it. And it's interesting because people, I think, don't give you credit. And I've seen you do a lot of things that have been real funny. But they go, oh, yeah, well, how talented do you have to be to have someone kick you in the balls and fall off a building? And the fact of the matter is you decided about 6 years ago, you're like, I want to do comedy. I want to do stand-up. And don't get you wrong. If you want to see Steve-O be Steve-O, you're still going to get stunts because I know there's a lot of that in the special. But Steve-O's in town also at Cobb's, and he's doing 5 shows. So get there and go see him. You will not be disappointed. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, dude.
Steve-O,
thanks,
good to see you, man. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Last week we talked to you on the phone.
That's right.
You gave us a great idea to throw mannequins off the Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh, yeah. Are we going to do that?
This is all we could get.
That's all we have.
Nice. Wow. So I inspired some interior design.
Yeah, this is a maternity mannequin also.
That's
It's a plus-size mannequin.
That's how that guy over there learned how to take a bra off a lady, was on that mannequin. He was unable to do that move.
I've never gotten very good at it.
Me neither. And Allie's a lesbian, so
I'm
she has
probably
double...
best at it in this room.
She has double practice, herself and her girl. But I thought you said even when you get take off a girl's bra, sometimes the clasp will mess you up if it's
front
the front
clasps.
Yeah,
those are tough.
Front clasps.
I always thought they were easier.
Because you think you're getting the support of you think the boobs are helping you because they're pushing it open, but they don't do that at all, and it makes you feel like a real idiot.
You always think the boobs are helping you, but they're not.
They're never. They're there to sabotage you.
They're never helping you.
When I don't know the last time you were. When's the last time you were up here in the Bay? It's been a while.
2 years, I think. I was in Pleasanton, California 2 years ago.
Is there a big stunt? There was a tease from our last guest that there was potentially a giant stunt that will be happening, potentially rivaling you with the flaming fireball backflip, which I was just watching again, and I got to say that is so impressive on so many levels.
Oh, thanks, man. It's a trademark move. When's the stunt supposed to happen?
Is there? I'm just saying, do you have a stunt planned while you're up here?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, like at the show, I'll do some stuff. As far as like a big San Francisco plan. I mean, shoot, we brought the surfboards. My biggest thing that I really
Surf
want,
on the bridge.
I want to get a photo surfing under that bridge, and there's swell.
There are people that, last time you said that you wanted to do that, called us, and they're surfers, listen to the show, and they said they'd love to go out with you. But I don't want to put you in touch with. Who knows? You never know if this guy wants to kill you. Like, you don't know what's going on with people, right?
Yeah.
In fact, Steve-O is usually the one who's entertaining everyone. But today, to score yourself BFD tickets and tickets to see Steve-O, we're going to let you guys participate in phone stunts, and you have to be creative. I know that people have been hitting us up on text saying things that they would do. Someone says they'll put the phone in the dryer for a while. We get to listen to that. That's decent. Someone recommended they'd flush their phone down the toilet. I'd like to hear what that sounded like.
Yeah.
So you let us know what it is. If you impress Steve-O, he will decide who is the most impressive with their phone stunt, and then they will get themselves the tickets. But when you come here and you do stunts on stage, you have lawyers. Like, you're like a legitimate business at this point. You've generated a lot of money, right? You've made a ton of cash. People say to you, don't do this stuff. You're going to end up injuring someone, and then they're going to sue you for everything you have, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's insurance and stuff. I've been pretty good about not injuring third-party audience members. I'm pretty good about just hurting myself.
Has that ever happened?
Is your health insurance expensive?
I used to do like in the comedy clubs, like little tiny comedy clubs with like curtains and stuff, and I'd be setting my head on fire and
God,
having people blow fireballs off my head. I think this is a pretty big room. I might have to pull that out.
Cobb's is a great room. You could do, and there's also 2 levels, so you could do balcony. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't want to put ideas in your head, but like there's a balcony, and then there's like a decent drop to the floor.
Right.
I mean, a pretty 20-foot drop, I'd say.
Yeah.
So you could look.
There's all kinds of stuff you could do. I'm amazed you have hair. The amount of times you set your head on fire.
Right. I know.
In fact, I got to say, and I've seen you before. I think this is maybe the best. Like I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to hit on you or anything here, but this is probably the healthiest you've ever looked.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I have been taking care of myself.
Which I think when people
which is surprising.
Like, I think when people see you in person, they expect. I think oftentimes you get the opposite of that. You see an actor, right, and you go like, "Oh, I finally met this person." You go, "The face looks like an old treasure map.
Yeah,
like, it looks like an old they just look like a disaster."
People usually look more emaciated in person.
And then Steve-O, I think you would assume when you see him in person, you go, "This guy's going to look horrible.
Yeah.
He's broken everything, his face, all." But I mean, look at this guy.
Everything's in the right place.
Well, thanks,
man. Showtime gave you a special. All right, let's. I just want to get a sense of how people are thinking right now. Lindsay in San Jose, 800-696-1053. Say hi to Steve-O. He's in town to do some shows at Cobb's and promote his Showtime special, which airs what time tonight?
It's at 10 p.m. on Showtime.
10 p.m. on Showtime.
Steve-O Guilty as Charged, and it's like honestly the craziest comedy special that's ever been filmed.
Lindsay, what is your phone stunt right now? You could score BFD tickets and see Steve-O at the same time.
Oh, sweet.
What is it that you'd like to do?
My phone can do a triple backflip.
All right. We will listen to this right now. What phone are you going to be doing this with?
Sounds pretty hot.
My phone is an iPhone 5S.
Are you going to take the case off? I think you should take the case off. It'll probably sound better.
You think so?
Yes, we think so.
Yeah, everything I know about phones doing triple backflips sound way better with the case off.
Mm-hmm. And it's time for an upgrade if you've got a 5 anyway.
Yeah, I know it is.
All right, let's hear this. Keep in mind, you have to impress Steve-O. I mean, it's very hard to impress this guy because he's done everything and he's thought of things. And when he thinks of stuff now, you don't even have to wait around to get the whole crew. You just go grab a camera, get in the backyard, and do a fireball.
Right.
You don't need to wait around for production, MTV to sign up, get a boom mic set up. You just do whatever you want. So you have to impress Steve-O. Lindsay, go ahead.
Okay. Let me take my phone case off and do this. Somewhere safe in the grass.
There's no way she's catching this because she's a chick, right? I think we all know that. It's not like it's a layup. I mean, that maybe she could do. All right, whenever you're ready. What?
I just did it. It actually did it like 800 times.
We didn't hold it. You got to do it again.
Come on.
Sorry, we were talking.
Okay. I'll throw it at least like maybe 8 feet in the air.
If you don't catch it, it would probably be a better stunt, to be completely honest.
If I don't catch it?
Yeah.
Okay, I won't catch it. Okay, here goes.
I heard something there.
All right, Steve-O looks less than impressed right now. I'm just saying that's where we start, so it can only get better. It can only get better from there.
415 said, "Can I get Steve-O tickets for carjacking someone while on the phone with you?" I think that's the other. That's the other extreme. Maybe we shouldn't promote illegal activity.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it'd be interesting for radio. Steve-O's not opposed to it. He's got good insurance, he said.
I'm a fan of carjacking, but I think of it as something different. Like when we did the Gumball Rally, it was like early days Jackass, and we raced cars through Europe. Pontius and I had a competition to see, I think I can say this because it's a technical term, who could ejaculate the most times.
Yes, I remember that.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Yeah, so we wanted to see who could ejaculate the most times while in the car, and the car's driving full of dudes. That was the rules. And
it was...
So there was a lot of carjacking going on.
and who won that? Who won that?
We were tied 4 loads apiece by the end of the race.
Oh, my God.
And you've got to get yourself into, like, almost a meditative state to try to...
Well, right. It was difficult. Like, when the car is full of guys... Like, I mean, the race started in London, and... there were like fireworks went off, and it was broad daylight. Like cars full of.
There was explosions
dudes.
in the sky in the car.
Right, but the thing was, like we couldn't even achieve boners
at the end of it, or
well, no, at the beginning, because it was broad daylight.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's so many distractions.
It didn't stop us from trying. We were just cranking our wet noodles.
But usually you'd want to close your eyes and imagine something that's gonna help you, but you can't do that because you're driving.
We had the double-decker buses were going by, and everybody on the top deck was like looking right down at us. Still didn't stop us.
Do you know there's some 60-year-old comedian right now whose lifelong dream would be to get a Showtime special. And Steve-O, Steve-O, who drives around London trying to figure out how many loads he can shoot off, is getting his big Showtime special tonight. All right, hold on. Let me see here. Mike in San Francisco. Oh, we'll go to Mike. Ryan in Redwood City. Phone stunt with Steve-O. Go ahead.
Steve-O, what's up, man? Big fan.
Hey, thanks, brother.
I'm going to attempt to hold my phone out the window with 2 fingers while I'm driving. I'm driving the car right now, working. But I'm going to get some free action as I'm honking right now. So
I think if you threw the phone, if you drove over the phone, that'd be way better, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Let's go. Whenever you're ready.
Hold on a minute. Here we go. 2 fingers out the window. 1 hand on actually no hands on the wheel. Driving with knees. Here we go.
Hello?
Hello? Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
I guess this kind of doesn't work because if their phone gets destroyed, we can't get their information or give them tickets or anything.
Yeah, I don't want to say that part of it. They figure that out later, I thought.
You know what? I think we have a winner right there.
That's already a winner? I don't know. A winner. That guy's gone, I think. I think he dropped his phone.
I know, but he'll probably double back.
There you go.
Mike?
What's up?
Hey, say hi to Steve-O.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I just woke up, and I'm excited to be in San Francisco, and it's going down at the Cops Comedy Club this weekend.
Nice. I can't wait to see you after I win these tickets, homie.
What's your move going to be, Mike?
My move is going to be I'm going to try to do a burnout in my company van.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Hey, man, that sounds cool.
But you got to put the phone, I think you got to put the phone down, but it's really technically a phone stunt is all we're looking for.
A phone stunt. Oh,
well, we have.
Okay.
Well, I want to hear that, though.
Yeah, but let's hear it. Go ahead.
Okay.
This is why.
quiet for burnout.
People that don't respect the Jackass crew and what Steve-O did. I mean, they really.
Bite. I'm trying to make it bite, but it doesn't want to bite.
Yeah, because it's a work van.
No, but you can still try.
There's a reason why.
Be positive, Kevin.
There's a reason why. There's a reason why that's the vehicle choice of pedophiles, because it doesn't make a lot of noise. If that thing made a lot of noise, they wouldn't be driving that around.
Yeah.
They like the idea that it's quiet.
Around.
That was truly the worst one by far. Well, we in the lead right now is the guy that we lost him because he dropped his phone out the car. So far, that's the lead.
All right.
But Steve-O, when you obviously go on the road a lot, and people are always telling you, hey, do something crazy, do something.
Mostly, what I get is. Like, dude, is there any way I could get you to kick me in the balls?
Now that's amazing too. Because
people, and they really beg me to do it.
And you won't do that, obviously.
I've done it a lot, but I pulled a Brett Favre. I retired and then I came out of retirement.
just for that one signature move.
In Australia, they wanted it so bad. I felt like, who am I to dash somebody's dreams?
If they
of
want
course
it,
I'll
give
kick
them
you in the balls.
It's interesting though that's like you've had a fascinating career in the sense you started out you and I had a similar job. We both called bingo at retirement homes before.
That's right.
Really? Both of you?
Both of us, not at the same time, but that was like that was actually probably where my career peaked. Steve-O's actually only gone up from there. I've been gone down and back on the radio now, but you got to like make jokes for old people, so you're like B9, let's hope it's B9, stuff like that, just to keep the old people excited.
I'm sure the old people loved your jokes, Kevin.
Yeah, after I got fired
after the
B9 joke, I think they fired me, to be honest. Did you get fired from that job, or
I didn't, man.
You left on your own?
It was when I was living in a halfway house after I went to rehab and stuff, and that was just what I did when there wasn't much going on. I moved away from that town, and I'm a little bit more busy now than.
But tonight you have the weird thing that a lot of people I don't think will experience, where you're on stage telling jokes, but you're kind of in a way competing with yourself, because now someone's got to make a decision. If they're a Steve-O fan, do I go see him at Cobb's? And of course they could see you tomorrow night instead, but there will be someone who's, I guess, a big fan of yours, but not such a big fan that they watched your Showtime special. So what would you prefer? The biggest Steve-O fan is listening now. Do you want them at Cobb's tonight, or watch you on Showtime?
Of course, come to Cobb's, because you can see the comedy special, whenever. I mean, even if you don't have Showtime, then it'll be on Vimeo in 30 days. So definitely come to Cobb's, and I'll tell you why. Is because after every show, I do a meet and greet with everybody that wants to get a photo.
He will kick everyone in the balls or vag.
Get in line.
Depending on your set.
Instead of pictures, it's just kicks in the balls.
I mean, literally, every ticket's as good as a backstage pass, because I do the photos with everybody after the show.
Rest easy in luxurious comfort during Mancini Sleep World's Best Buys mattress sale. Enjoy drastic savings on top brand quality mattresses, including Tempur-Pedic, Serta, Stearns & Foster, Beautyrest, and Sealy Posturepedic. And with no interest for up to 48 months, the savings really add up. Our family started Mancini Sleep World in 1969, and we're committed to providing you great value and a healthy night's sleep. Visit one of our 33 stores for this limited offer. Mancini Sleep World's Best Buys mattress sale. Visit sleepworld.com.